Hey everybody, let me know if you can hear me. We can get started. Really just came here to chat a couple minutes in the day. Let me know if you can hear me. Stream looks good. We can go from there. Y'all hear me? Come on. Anybody out there? Can y'all hear me? Anybody? Hear you tight. All right, cool. Yes, came here to chat. I mean, SPX been right at 6,800. Kind of what we said at the beginning. That's going to be kind of the key fulcrum for the day. Just given what like speculation looked like up there. Looking at the market trend model, right? I mean, more or less been fairly flat on the day. RSP is this neon yellow line, the RSP equal weight index. It's been, sideways to lower throughout the session. So, broadly, the market really has not been advancing, obviously, since the gap up. Going to our right, guys, I haven't been around the computer all day, so you're kind of seeing like what I do to get up to speed on the market, right? First thing do look at the market trend model, see what it's doing. So, I mean, immediately we can see the filter tick really been flat as a pancake for most of the day. So there's really been no impulse to buy or sell. Cumulative tick itself really not been doing anything from a swing trading point of view. Like great, looks perfectly fine. Robo tracks it's expanding higher. Cumulative tick moving higher. Our rainbow ribbon moving higher. So I mean, this is like textbook, exactly what you want to see there. Next, kind of again getting a feeling for what we've been doing. Going to the vol M command right, because this is really good to show the behavior of how SPX ERDT speculation has been. Right, there's again I cannot think. Price has been pinned to 6,800. Makes a lot of sense with the morning comments. The call centroid again flat as a pancake today. Put centroid that kind of 45-degree angle higher. That's what we were discussing earlier today. It's kind of the classic pattern that we see, a repeat of yesterday more or less, where we get this kind of sideways to grinding higher action, which again exactly what we've seen today. As you spend more time with this tool, you come to understand what the typical signatures are, whether that be I don't know what I just did. Yeah, whether that be both trending higher, one trending higher, one flat, trending lower, one trending lower, one flat, right? So again, yeah, not a ton else to say there. Not have been an impulse higher. So right into the close, expect more of the same. Unless there's some kind of news event or whatever. But yeah, right now is what it is. And then here we can just see this. You're just looking at the volume. Volume's been pretty low on the day too. What else? Probably makes sense just looking at. Again, this was our snapshot of time of SPX ERDT where we were starting. Again, I know I just keep saying again we said this, again we said that, but it's literally all I can do is repeat what we said in the pre-market. 68 was going to be that first hurdle. Made sense if we would pin there, just looking at kind of the synthetic open interest and the distribution of speculation. It's going to take a lot of gusto is what we said to propel us higher. That incremental call speculator needed to come in, as we just showed. Market trend model vol M, not the case today. So yeah, really not a ton else frankly to say there. from a swing trading point of view, I mean, I can only personally speak to what I did, right? I put on a few positions yesterday into where? There we go. Yeah, so these were the positions I had on yesterday. I've taken profits on MU and AMD. Right, nice one-day moves. Expiration was next week, so I'm fine getting. I've been working orders on all the other ones, trying to get out today. They're all next week expirations as well. And then yeah, from there, I mean, there's a ton of stocks that have earnings next week, so unfortunately, there's not a lot to do there, and a lot of names gapped higher, kind of around their plus GEX levels. So in our world, the game edge world, plus GEX is kind of where a short-term move tends to tap out. So yeah, I mean, kind of a nice one-day move in the P&L, so to speak. But yeah, unfortunately, not a lot out there to kind of reload right now. So staying in pad, probably not much to do next week, just given earnings, but maybe starting the week after that, maybe more for us to do. So let me know if you guys have any questions. If not, we can keep it a quick recap. I know it's Friday afternoon. Just wanted to come on here, kind of, what's the term? Circle back, type of loose ends, whatever, on close the loop. There it is. Close the loop on what we were discussing earlier today. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free. We can hit on any stocks you want, anything like that. We can go from there. I got an alert today. Yeah, Costco looks pretty bad right now. Oh. Yeah, we can look at NetStat too. Yeah, one other thing I didn't look at was NetStat. That's kind of a key thing I'll look at. This just gives you kind of a good sense of the environment where those key strikes are at. Yeah, we know it's 68.25. That's a massive strike. There's a ton of speculation up there today. Yeah, these are kind of the key downside levels. Let's see what volatility did today. VIX. Oh, we shouldn't. Yeah, so VIX, I don't know, fairly muted today, right? We said there's a chance that, right, Vanna is wanting to move to the upside, but frankly, right, we didn't really get a massive collapse, and we didn't get that call speculation higher. Both of those are needed, and in the way that we kind of define Vanna values and what we're looking for, and just that didn't happen today. So, howdy, Will. All right, so yeah, done on Vanna stuff. If you want to talk about that more, let me know. Circle. Yeah, I mean, Circle's had a very nice move. Absolutely ripped. I mean, cool to see it kind of consolidated right around P-Trans, 0 GEX, is our key upside acceleration levels. And then, yeah, it's really just been launching since then. So kind of sad I didn't see this name actually. Or maybe I did. I thought earnings were closer. Earnings are for 3 weeks. So, yeah, this would have been a good one. But, yeah, Circle looks great. So, I mean, but one of the rules of my system is I want 21 day to be above the 50 day. That's just a little technical thing that I do, right? Because that's just well established. His kind of institutional backing is like, for lack of a better term, when that is happening, just stocks from what I've observed years in the market is you get those nice trending sustained moves when that is the case. Certainly an early entry here if you wanted to take that, but I got to be disciplined. But on 1 day entry, and right, just purely from a structural point of view, Circle looks good. Bang, bang. Pull this up real quick. Circle. Oh, what else? What else you say? Snap. Snap looks okay. It's got earnings in a couple days. Failed right at 0 gex level, so not surprising there. BYND. Beyond Meat. I mean, be right back. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. We're on BYND. I mean, it's a $2 stock. Like in the game edge realm of things, we don't care about this stock. It's a meme stock. Tesla making a move right at plus gex. Pullback, not surprising there. Just look, a lot of days it's unable to get through its plus gex level. Not surprising there. Later. Just taking a screenshot of that real quick. Let me know if you all have any other questions, any stocks you want to look at, anything 0DT wise. Happy to go through it. I don't really have a ton else to say right now. Tesla. 4 attempts this week to get through gex. TD short-term upside level at 450. See what else we got. NVIDIA. I mean, nice move today, right at plus gex. AMD right at plus gex. Guys, I'm just hanging out, by the way. Let me know if you guys have any questions or not. I mean, Palantir right up to PlusGex as well. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Oh, did I take a picture of that? No, I don't think I did. Microsoft, come on. Visa, the nice move. Yeah, earnings next week. What's a good earnings? Earnings there. The earnings hub looking next week. See Monday, Tuesday. I don't really want to sign in right now. Whatever, we can make do with this. We got what? Microsoft Wednesday, Meta Wednesday. We got Amazon on Thursday. Yeah, so some big, and then the week after that, I think we got some big ones too. I feel like we could just look at this earnings. Wow, this is a nightmare to use. Filter by market cap. There we go. All right. Visa, United Health Group. Yes, we got a lot of Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, so you got Microsoft, Google, Meta. Thursday, you got Apple and Amazon, Eli Lilly, MasterCard. Friday, Exxon, Chevron. Yeah, so next week, big week. Week after that, we got some other stuff, but yeah. Sweet. Want to look at CoreWeave? Sure, we can look at CoreWeave. Earnings in a couple weeks. CoreWeave looks fine. I mean, up at plus Gex right now. Nice kind of move off zero Gex. Kind of exactly what you want to see there. Let's look at structures here. CRWV. Yeah, I mean, it's got speculation built out to 140, right? So certainly can make a move. Thing to note here is, has some significant speculation up at 130, down at 130, which is kind of in the short-term basis. That's where it's concentrated at. So ideally, we want to see that level shift higher, into the future, which tells us, right, that those speculators are recommitting their capital higher in the structure. They're expecting higher prices, which is what we want to see. If we look at CRWB, let's look at its Gex ratio real quick. Yeah, so looking at its Gex ratio, it's had a nice recovery here. Exactly what you want to see. Then it's kind of getting the upper part of its range a little bit, but it still has a little bit room to move higher. Just Gex ratio, right? Call gamma relative to put gamma, a little bit better than your put call ratio because it has a time component to it through the use of gamma. So it really just helps us understand, if call speculators or put speculators are in control, and then is that controller getting bigger, getting smaller day over day. So kind of right in the middle of the range here, looks fine. Yeah, I mean, everything in CoreWeave looks fine. So looking at next week specifically, yeah, I mean, we can see even next week, like speculation's kind of at 130. So it's had a nice move, but I really want to see that structure kind of reset and move higher, if that makes sense. Oh. Y'all got any other questions? If not, we can call it a day there. Just checking in SPX one more time. Nice, breaking the high a day. See if maybe we can get a little thrust of, some filter tick buying coming in. But right now, flat as pancakes. So keep in mind it's the last hour of the day. A lot of actors, especially end of the week, a lot of folks got to come to the market, execute transactions, all that stuff. So, yeah, no idea what's going to happen from here, right? This tool has kind of done its job for us through the last 45 minutes of the session, and from there, who knows what's going to happen. But you can still see we have kind of quite a wide distribution still of what could happen. So I know that's not massively helpful, but we also will advertise this that we're not kind of interested in the last 30 minutes of the market. Plenty of time to make money from 9:30 to 3:30, and let the folks from 3:30 to 4 kind of duke it out like the people from 9:30 to 10 do. All right, cool. Well, we're going to call it there. You have a good weekend, and we will see you guys next week. So thank you. Bye.